And then with this, you know, you adjust how much you're hauling and all, tow and haul, and then I've never used these. I don't know what those are.
Okay. All right.
And I was telling you about the fuel filter. That's the only thing that would need change.
Okay. Okay. Range now. Okay, that's what I want to see. The range 93. Okay. That's what I keep mine on.
93.
Yeah, I mean the miles to empty.
Really?
Miles to empty.
I always keep my trucks on all the settings where it tells you the temps and stuff. I like watching that.
Yeah.
Because you never know, you know.
Yeah. Like a Cadillac, don't it, son?
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy a tuner for it. I'll turn around this light. I'm actually going to get a tuner for it when I get back.
Okay. How does that work when it's already on a one-time tune? You just...
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, to be honest with you, but the company I'm buying it from said they'll walk me through, because I told them, I said, it's already deleted. I said, it's already deleted, but it doesn't have a tuner.
Okay.
And so they told me they would walk me through the process. Because I'm not a gearhead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging it, dude. It's going to be my new daily. Yeah, I like my 7.3 too, but man, I can't be handling it, no air conditioning down there. This one's and it's got an engine out of an old ambulance, and, and so it's got 140,000 miles, but who knows how much idle time.
I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, what they like to do is get ambulance. They take the bed off and then put those nice flatbeds, and then put the dually tires on. Look good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, dude. I like it a lot. How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. I just bought a 2016 Ram 4500. I don't know if I really need it or not, but man, it's a nice truck. It's really nice. So we're going to put about $6,000 worth of diesel fuel in it, and then we're going to take it. We're going to go grab a bite to eat, and then I'm going to show you around this place. We're in the great state of Georgia, right? The Peach State. Speaking of Georgia, they're today's sponsor of Georgia Boots. Georgia Boot, man, I'm telling you, it's got these Carbotech soles. It's got the core lock, the counter lock inseams here. I really like these boots. I've been wearing Georgia Boots since 2006. You can save 20% with HF20 when you buy your next pair of Georgia Boot. Check out Georgia Boot. You're going to love them. I'm going to take this 2016 Ram 4500. We're going to get down there. We're going to grab some chow, and then I'm going to show you around this thing. You guys come and go with me. We are on our way to meet Josh from Sleeper Dude. He's about 30-45 minutes away. So we're going to go up there. We're going to check him out.
In 1.2 miles, turn left onto Cleveland Highway.
For a little bit. Hear my GPS talking in the background. Anyway, do lunch with him and then head on back to the Great Sunshine State. But before we head back, after we eat lunch, we will do a walk around of the vehicle and stuff like that, and then we'll take you home with us. So let's go meet Josh and his family.
Stay in the second lane from left.
Go to Cracker Barrel. Hey, look at Hamiltonville Farm fellas in front of me. I recognize that truck anywhere. What's he doing way up here? Look at all the dents in my tailgate. Golly. All right, hey, let's make it official. Let's put the Hamiltonville Farm sticker on there. Get this thing undone here. Let's hope that's straight. Alright. According to my calibrated eyeball, it looked pretty good. Alright, we're going to go back to the house and see y'all in 7 hours. Then we're going to go walk around to the truck. Headed south on 75, and we got running 70, 75, whatever it is. Looks like the coolant is 199, trans is 165, oil is 206, oil PSI is 51 PSI, and if you look at the bar gauges, it looks fine. So truck's running good. It doesn't pull to one side, left or right, doesn't bounce very well. I mean, it rides like a 4500, but it ain't, you know, it ain't a Cadillac, but it ain't bad. It's got the air is blowing ice cold, so that's nice. The cruise works, everything's good. So we got 400 miles to go, and we'll be back at the house. So while we're pumping fuel into both trucks, I was at lunch with Josh over at Sleeper Dude, and he gave me a decal for my toolbox. So let's see if we can get this thing put on here. There we are. There's a trick to it. All right, let's see. There you go. My Sleeper Dude sticker. Thanks, Josh. This truck actually fills up a lot easier than Black Betty. So I can actually put this on, lock it down, and it actually fills up without it doesn't keep cutting off and stuff. So that's a lot nicer for, I think it's called a TM bed. And speaking of Black Betty, we're actually going to talk more about her when we do the walk around and kind of what her feature is. Alright, one thing you got to know about our road trips is we can't get this close and not go to my favorite restaurant in the entire world. So we pulled up to the Summit here in Birmingham, Alabama, and we are going to grab a little, maybe a little snack, something like that, at the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, I love that place right there. That's my favorite restaurant. You guys like cheesecake? Let me know in the comments below. I love it. Alright, so I got cheesecake and white truffle raspberry cheesecake. All right, carrot cake. Carrot cake and white truffle raspberry white chocolate something. Anyway, my wife, huge carrot cake fan, so picked her up a piece. I'll probably munch on the white raspberry chocolate on the way home, and then she'll never know. She'll never be none the wiser. Let's get back on the road. So while we still got some daylight left, I'm going to run into O'Reilly's here and get some wiper blades and a fuel filter. And they also have free engine check light testing, but I don't need that. So we're going to go here and get some wiper blades and fuel filter. All right, so we'll start here. Filming on my phone. Let's see what year. Hello. Welcome. Come on, baby. What do you say now? Back. Well, maybe we won't start here. And I don't see any more. Let me go to the counter and see if they can tell me what blades to get. All right, so I got a fuel filter, 2 wiper blades. The fuel filter is a MicroGuard 33-255. 2 wiper blades, fuel filter, $66 at O'Reilly's. So now that we've got that, I'll go ahead and put the wipers on right quick, and we will put this on tomorrow. All right. Look at that. Do the other side. Alright, throw these in the trash. Now we're ready. So now we'll put the fuel filter on tomorrow when we do our walk around and stuff like that. But at least I don't think it's going to rain on the rest of the way home. We're hour and a half from the house. Feeling good. I've been on the road. Let's see, we probably got 80 more miles, 90 more miles. So that means we've done 610 miles today. Good thing I'm not e-logging it, you know what I mean? Let's get these put up or thrown away, and let's get 90 miles to the house. I don't think we're gonna have to stop. No one's hungry, no one needs to use the bathroom, so we should be good to go. Let's see how they do. Oh yeah, much gooder. Okay, let's go about 90 miles to the house. Well, it's the next day. Man, what a trip that was. 700 miles total. It was 340 something up there, and then we actually had to add a couple miles coming back because we went up to see our buddy at lunch. But we're going to talk a little bit about the 6.7 Cummins. There's a couple things we want to do. I want to change that front. So I got to thinking about last night when I was sleeping. I only bought one fuel filter. It's the front fuel filter. I didn't buy the canister for the rear. That canister, I think it's somewhere. I think the rear fuel water separator is in this area on the frame somewhere. So I got to go do that. I will do that, not in this video, but it will get done because I want to change both of them at the same time. So we'll change the front fuel filter. I'll show you how to do that. We'll go over the truck. I'm actually going to pull it a little closer to the pole barn, and then we'll get started. One thing I always do when I get these model trucks, I say always, this is going to be the second time I've ever done it, but I'm going to do it, is I'm going to put my seatbelt on. I'm going to turn the ignition to the run position, not accessory, to the run, all right? And then I'm going to buckle and unbuckle my seatbelt 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to turn it off. And you hear that chime? That chime, that one chime should mean that it's not going to keep alerting me every time my seatbelt buckles off. So that's how you take care of that seatbelt chime, if you ever wanted to do that. Close the door. And though my seatbelt light is on, it's not going to, it says replace fuel filters, it's not going to chime at me anymore. And because we ride around the farm a lot with our seatbelt off. All right, so that's how you fix the chime on there, to disable the chime. I was saying in the cab, and you'll probably get it on this, but we ride around the farm. A lot of you guys ride around your farm, you're putting fuel in a tractor, you're going to service this, you're going to service that, and you're going from here 100 yards down the road to the next tractor or whatever, and that beeping noise is just absolutely, but we always wear a seatbelt going down the road anyway. Well, let's change this front fuel filter right quick, and then we'll give you the tour. I promise we're going to get to the tour, but before we actually change the front fuel filter, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Let's talk about Black Betty. So I have Black Betty, old Black Betty, my 1995 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel. I have it on Marketplace right now. By the time this video comes out, it may have been sold. I do have it for sale. I'm not actively trying to sell it. I do have it on Marketplace, but if no one messages me or whatever, I'm not like boosting my ad. I'm not putting flyers in the windows, the for sale signs in the windows or whatever. Because I may end up fixing that truck up. I love that truck. I absolutely love it, actually. 5-speed Power Stroke. It's got 140-ish thousand miles on the motor. Trans is good. The new Alcoas, the box, and I'm asking $13,500 is what I'm asking for. I had a guy make a comment the other day about, he actually told me to go to the devil's house because I was asking $13,500. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't want any of you to go there. But anyway, I thought, why would somebody get mad about that? And he was talking about, you're wanting, just because you're a YouTuber, you want twice the market value. Well, I got to thinking about that, and this dude's not quite right in the mind. The bed on it's $6 to $8 grand. The motor and the trans would be $6 grand between the motor and the trans. The Alcoas are $2 grand, and then the rest is scrap. Because it's rough on the inside. Most of the stuff don't work. It's got one fuel tank. It's got both fuel tanks, but only the front one works. So $13,500 I thought was actually a fair market price. I don't know. I don't know why people think you want to give stuff away. We think that's a fair market value for that truck. We'll get $13,500 for it. I don't think we won't. But anyway, just because you don't agree with someone who puts that price on there like that, just move on. Don't cuss somebody out because that was silly. Anyway, enough of that. Let's change this fuel filter. All right, these things are super simple to change. You just need a socket, an extension. I'm going to use a long extension, like a 12-inch extension, maybe an 18-inch extension, a drain pan, something to stand on because it gets down here. But let me show you the process. Okay, the fuel filter is in this canister housing here. There's a yellow. Let me see if I can get my extension here and show it to you. All right, down here is this yellow cap here. This is your drain. So you take a screwdriver or a hex, you can take a Phillips screwdriver and you can turn that quarter turn counterclockwise, and that will drain the fuel out of it. So let's go ahead and drain that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1/2-inch swivel. I may have to get an adapter here, obviously. But I take a swivel and put a socket on there and then run this extension. I'm going to run this extension down here like that, and then I can access the fuel filter that way. Evidently I torqued something really, really hard on that. Look at that. I'm sure Wiley did that. Well, I'm going to try to get a little shorter one, but that's okay. We'll get the... So just take your screwdriver and unscrew that right here, quarter turn, and that will drain the fuel out of the filter. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, you'll turn it till it stops. You'll feel it stop. And then just catch it at the bottom here. The fuel is going to travel to the lowest point, which is your front diff if you got 4-wheel drive. So, and then when you're done with that, leave it open, by the way. And then set up your extension and your socket. I think it's I don't know. Let's try an inch and 1/8. Let's try that. 1/8? What's 1/8? There's 1 1/8 inch. Let's try this. Let's see if it's the right size. Put your socket on there. Ah, look at that. It is. Put your extension in there. I guess you don't have to use an extension. I just prefer to use one. There you go. Grab our socket and our ratchet. It's going to be kind of tight too, by the way. But you can get to it. I'm glad I didn't have to do this on the side of the road. Alright. Should be loose enough to take off by hand at this point. Man, I'm telling you guys what, it's getting summertime. It's so humid here, it's crazy. Now the new filter should come with a new O-ring. Alright, set that there. Now you just have to reach in and pull that filter out. Come on, babe. There we go. When you pull that filter out, just sit there and let it drain just for a minute. That way you ain't got big mess on your hands. There you go. That's what we're replacing. And then this is there should be an O-ring in there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Nope. There's supposed to be an O-ring in there. I don't see one. Oh, there it is. Let me get a pick. Hopefully y'all can see down in there. There's nothing to this job, really. This is kind of simple. Just aggravate and get your tools down in there. They keep slipping off because it's slippery. Alright, so now you got your O-ring off. Now let's put the new O-ring on and the new filter. I mentioned the number last night, 33255 from MicroGuard. And yeah, it does. Indeed, it comes with a new O-ring. So we'll just put the old O-ring here. Put that in there and we'll dispose of that properly. To the side. Let me go get just a little bit of grease. Alright, so I'll use diesel fluid. I always like to try to pre-lube an O-ring before I set it in there. So just get that little bit. That's how much fuel came out of that. Looks clean, don't it? That leaf didn't come from the filter, by the way. Alright. So you put your new O-ring on. Again, just so far all we've used is a pick and a ratchet and socket with an extension. It's not a very hard job, but it's an important one. Set your O-ring down in the groove all the way around. Alright, set your new filter into the canister housing. And press until you hear it kind of click. It ain't going to click per se, but you can feel it seat, I guess you would say. Now I tighten this down hand tight, and then I put a socket on it, and then I secure it with a socket. But I don't put like some ugga duggas on there. You know what I mean? It's just I just put a little bit of torque on it. Matter of fact, I might not even use that extension. Let's see if I can. I'm just getting it where it's tight enough not to leak. I'm not putting any kind of, like, that's probably tight enough right there. There you go, right there. That thing's made out of plastic, so you don't want to get all cray-cray on it, you know what I mean? Alright, so now you go back and you close your drain plug here. Quarter turn, you'll feel it click. You'll feel it stop. And your front fuel filter's changed. Your rear fuel filter is just as easy. You drain the water fuel separator, unplug the sensor from the pigtail, and replace unscrew the cartridge canister, place it back up, replace the fuel filter, fuel water separator sensor, plug it in, you're good to go. So anyway, so let's talk about the 6.7 Cummins just for a minute. and why I went with the 6.7. There's a couple reasons why I like the 6.7. Kind of like the old Power Stroke. They it's a cast iron. You know, it's first of all it's inline 6, which makes it a little more compact. You know, as far as in your engine bay and things like that. So I don't mind that at all. I like the fact they still use iron heads. You know, a lot of companies are using aluminum heads and things like that. So I do like the fact that the head on the Cummins is iron. And from the research I've done, and I'm not smart on this kind of stuff, but the research I've done talks about the stroke. The stroke is longer, and there's a technical term for that. When the stroke is longer than the bore, there's a term for that. Underbearing, underlining. I can't remember. Leave a comment below if you remember the technical term for when the stroke is longer than the bore. And so, you know, it's just, I mean, I did go to college, but I ain't a smart man. But it just tells, you know, leverage tells me that the longer, you know, if you have a longer handle ratchet, you can put more torque on a bolt. So, well, same thing with a piston. You know, if you got a longer stroke, you can throw more torque, more horsepower, more compression, all that stuff in it. So, all right, so that's some things I like about the 6.7. Any fuel.
It ain't got no gas in it.
I'm not going to reset the warning light until I replace the back filter. It does have an exhaust brake, so that's a pretty cool feature. All right, now that we got the fuel filters changed, I shouldn't say filters with an S, right? Let's take a look at the truck. It's got a little ding here. It's a 2016. It's got 142,000 miles on it. Vinyl seats, vinyl floorboard, power windows, power locks, auto headlights, Bluetooth. It's like I say, the 2016 model. You got some controls on the steering wheel that you can use. Automatic 4-wheel drive, crew cab. Comes stock with a Hamiltonville Farm sticker in the back seat. So I thought I smelled something. I'm gonna get rid of that thing. It would give me a headache. You know. Comes like I think this is the tradesman package. What it is on the white truck as well. This CM truck bed. This is kind of the reason I bought it, to be honest with you. One, you know, eventually I think I want I'm gonna get an excavator, maybe a small bulldozer, because we got a lot of work to do around the property. So I'm gonna be pulling some heavy stuff with it. 10 lug dual axle. I'm pretty sure it's got 410s in the back. But now when we go to our Will It Start videos and all this stuff, we'll have a nice area to put our tools. All the doors lock. The gas struts are nice. Everything good there. Got the box here. So I'm in love with this box, man. I want to say it's a TM box. The lights work up there and on the back. What I'm going to do eventually is put the blinkers. I'm going to put the blinkers on there. So it's just a really, really nice bed. I'll have to register. It's got the gooseneck ball in there. I don't know if it's a 2-inch or a 2 5/8 or a 3-inch or 2 5/8. I don't know what the ball is yet, but we'll figure that out shortly. I'm gonna put that fuel tank up for sale on Marketplace. I don't need that fuel tank, so it will go up for sale. Or I might strap it to the back of Black Betty and it goes with Black Betty. I'm not sure. That might be the better option. Just put it on the back of the truck and then advertise the truck with that it has an auxiliary fuel tank, because that's probably a $500, $750 fuel tank, you say, something like that. I think he told me it's 40 gallons. That looks a little bigger than 40 gallons, don't it? I'm gonna say that looks bigger than 40 gallons. Mine's 100 gallons, and it looks very comparable. Yeah, that's bigger than 40 gallons. Anyway, but got some bed locks here. So so you can put some cargo strap, tie down some cargo strap stuff on here. This is always fun. These things are neat, man. You know, they're adjustable. So, but I'm digging it, man. It's gonna need some new. It's gonna need some new shoes soon. They put like 75,000 weights on there. Look at that. Let's see. There's probably 57 weights on that rim right there. But got some metal flake in the paint job there. I don't know if that shows up. And are you really a Ram owner if you don't throw your tow mirrors out? Oh man. But this is it, man. This is a 2016 6.7 turbo diesel. I love it. I had such a good time with it last time. I'm gonna put a tuner on it, so I'm shopping for tuners. So stay tuned for that. That will help increase the horsepower a little bit, give me better gas mileage. The gas mileage coming back. When I got to Florida, my gas mileage went up to like 21 miles a gallon. But when I was coming through Georgia, it was like 17, 18, something like that. So it's not terrible on gas. I mean, it's actually better than my gasser, but from the stories I've heard, I thought I was supposed to get like 21 to 25 miles per gallon, especially on flat land. So maybe they're talking 2,500, 3,500s, because this is a heavy truck. I think the curb weight without the bed on it is 8,200 pounds. I can't remember. I looked all this stuff up now. I can't remember. I slept last night. You know what I mean? This is it, man. You guys are going to go. You're going to see lots more of it, and it's going to be on the channel for a while. And I'm just glad. I've been wanting one for a while. I've been wanting a 4,500, 5,500 series truck for a while, and I had this came up, and I had an opportunity to grab it. So we're just blessed. The Lord's blessed us, and we'll be putting this on the channel a lot more. I can't wait. Wiley hadn't even seen it. You guys are going to see it before Wiley, probably. That's crazy, ain't it? So I can't wait for Wiley to take a look at it and see what he thinks about it. So those are just some of the reasons why I like the 6.7 Cummins. So we appreciate you guys tagging along. God bless you guys.